I'm fine. Is anybody gonna answer that telephone?
Whether it's TV-inspired antics, age-old grudges, or just plain old household accidents, every character on this show has their fair share of wacky mishaps. So today we're serving up 10 seriously crazy injuries. Number 10. The Intro Fiasco. You know, if there's one thing this show nails like a bullseye, it's the art of meta humor. The fact that our beloved characters are aware they're part of a series just cranks up that funny factor to 11.
Peter, are you all right?
No, I think you should call somebody. Ma'am, are you all right?
I can't breathe.
Oh, God, I think she punctured a lung.
And when it comes to slapstick injuries and meta humor, you can't skip that mishap Peter pulled during the show's intro. That's right, you heard it right in the middle of his show's opening.
Look at my foot. It's already starting to swell up. God, I'm looking forward to this week.
Now, this mishap might have not given Peter a gnarly injury, though the poor dancer didn't fare as well. But the fact that it happened smack dab in the intro, well, that's a level of wait, what? You just can't brush off.
You know, you should probably go ahead and shut that off.
Number 9. Peter's skydiving mishap.
Whoa, is that Harrison Ford?
Yeah, it said in the brochure that he assists with all the jumps.
Get off my plane! Get off my plane! Get off my plane!
Peter is hands down the big shot in the show. He's got that wild and twisted spirit that makes this series rock. He's always pushing things to that edge, even if it means putting his own well-being on the line.
Last one to open their chute gets $20.
Okay.
I'm in.
That's why Peter's tried it all. No fear in sight, even skydiving. Once he tasted that adrenaline rush, he was hooked on the sensation of leaping out of airplanes. And there was no stopping him until, of course, things inevitably went haywire.
Great Spirit, why do I hold myself back in such situations? Oh, ground! Ah, damn it!
The outcome? One of the gnarliest yet most hilariously off-the-wall injuries our main man has ever faced on the show. I mean, having a flagpole sticking out of your backside at the Eiffel Tower's peak is not your everyday misadventure, right?
The Eiffel Tower? Oh, cool, I'm in Paris.
Hey, look at that douchebag who got stabbed in the butt!
Ah, crap, I'm in Vegas.
Number 8. Stewies Olympic mishap.
It looks like Stewie Griffin is preparing to begin the floor routine. That's right, Mitch. And as we watch Griffin doing this, I want to remind everyone that this is absolutely not gay.
You see, Family Guy's a world where literally anything goes, man. No matter how wacky or outrageous it gets, it's all fair game. So when we watched our beloved Stewie training to become an Olympic gymnast right in his own crib, nobody batted an eye.
Boy, that was really gay.
No, didn't you just hear the announcers? They said it's not gay. Haha, Stewie 1, you 0.
But you know the deal with this show, right? Our favorite characters often end up with ridiculously over-the-top injuries. And it was just a matter of time before poor baby Griffin felt the consequences of training in such a hazardous environment.
I'm preparing for my vault.
You can't vault inside the living room. You're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, I'll get hurt right onto a Wheaties box.
A few moments later.
But don't sweat it, as is usual in the show. He'll be right as rain in the next scene. So for now, let's just have a good laugh at his reaction and throw a cheeky, ugh, gross to go along with it.
Ah! Ah! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Do I leave it in? Do I take it out or do I leave it in? Ah!
Number 7. Stewie's concussion.
Stewie, what the hell is all this?
Only the most manly thing ever. A little something called American football.
So, little Stewie, he's all about the brain power, not so much the muscle, right? But after being mistaken for a girl, he decided to flex his masculinity in the most American way possible by hitting the gridiron and playing some good old football.
But once he sees how big the other kids are, he'll back out.
Ooh, my shoes have 12 little heels.
They're cleats.
At the outset, Brian tried to talk sense into him, but before you knew it, he was pumping Stewie up. And let's just say Brian's partly to blame for what went down when Stewie made his grand debut on the team.
All right, and nobody's blocking. An honor, Lieutenant, but my dance card is full.
Poor Stewie wound up with a serious concussion, and watching him deal with the aftermath was painful, no doubt, but also pretty darn hilarious. Although we gotta admit, it's kinda sad watching him in the care of his dog and his not-so-bright brother.
No, I'm fine, I'm fine. Is anybody gonna answer that telephone?
He keeps thinking the phone is ringing, Brian.
A few moments later.
Moment for the insider.
Chris, are you crazy?
Shh, let's just let him sleep this off.
Number 6, the Jackass one.
My name's Johnny Knoxville, and I'm gonna take a shotgun blast to the face.
These guys are hilarious. They do so much funny stuff. Hey, you know what? We should try some of that stuff. Here.
Of the top 10 shows on this planet Family Guy had to give a nod to is Jackass. And in the 7th season, the moment of truth arrived, the much-anticipated homage to Johnny Knoxville's wild antics.
I don't know, Peter. That Skull and Crossbones warning before the show was pretty clear about not doing that.
Cleveland, shut up. I saw something on TV that I want to imitate.
Peter and his gang were having a blast, pulling off insane stunts, capturing them on camera, staying true to the style of the tributed show. But in true Family Guy fashion, things are destined to just get out of control.
All right, we're rolling.
I'm Peter Griffin, and this is Shopping Cart Roof Shopping Cart.
God knows we've seen our fair share of crazy injuries on this show, some pretty outlandish ones too, but this one, without a doubt, earned its place in our video, don't you think?
What does it look like? What do I do? What is that? What did I feel something?
Number 5, chicken for dinner.
Oh, God, buddy, I'm sorry. You okay?
All those die-hard Family Guy fans out there know what we're talking about when we see Ernie, the giant chicken. Over the seasons, Ernie's become Peter's arch enemy, and each of their encounters unleashes pure chaos and devastation. But even though their legendary battles are jam-packed with injuries that could give YouTube audiences a run for their money, their skirmish on the 10th season's Internal Affairs episode is etched into the realm of the bizarre. Why? Well, aside from cloning themselves and traveling to outer space, these relentless clashes always ends with Ernie taking the L and nearly biting the dust. And this time watching him sizzle like a chicken destined for dinner, that's next level awesomeness. Number 4, Stewies Knocked Out for an entire episode.
I'm off to buy imaginary groceries.
Family Guy's all about going to the extreme, no holding back, including those seriously gnarly injuries and wounds. We're used to seeing our favorite characters get hurt like it's no big deal, but this time, the show decided to flip the script. During one of their classic sibling brawls, Chris and Meg accidentally KO'd Stewie, leaving him knocked out and seriously messed up. Naturally, they decided to cover up the injury and pretend like it was business as usual. Only this time, there was no magical healing involved.
Chris, did you put a coonskin cap on Stewie?
No? Why? They look like little robbers.
Seeing Stewie out cold for an entire episode with a wound that just got nastier and nastier is almost as jaw-dropping as the wild solution Peter came up to fix his little kid's problem. Talk about taking things to the extreme, huh?
Oh my God! Stewie! Oh God, what have I done?
Looks like you ran over him, Lois.
Oh no!
Number 3, playing with fireworks.
I smuggled a whole bunch of fireworks back in my anus.
Quagmire, fireworks aren't illegal here. You could have just put them in your car and driven them up here.
Oh, yeah, that's just as fun.
Let's be real, Family Guy's not about to change the world or make us think deeply. It's all about cracking us up, no matter how touchy that subject gets. So when we saw him messing with a box of fireworks, we knew things were about to get explosive.
You be David Koresh, and I'll be a heavy-handed FBI agent. Go!
Imagine a world where the whole family gets together for a fireworks battle royale. It's a bit out there, right? But this is Family Guy, and that's the one thing you should always keep in mind, especially because of the epic fallout their antics can bring.
Call it Peter Griffin's bunker-busting mega-ultra-super... Holy crap!
Sure, fireworks can be a real hoot, but let's be honest, they can be a bit of a safety hazard, you know? Although you gotta hand it to Peter, this time it was all on him. We're just hoping this wild accident didn't leave a mark on the kids.
Oh my God! You blew off all your fingers!
You know, no huge hurry, but I'm sort of out of juice over here. Bone dry.
Number 2. Brian's teeth.
Ew, what would you want that for? It's gross.
No, it's not. It's awesome. I can suck on it for the flavor. I can thrash it around, pretend it's a snake.
Rope! That's stupid.
Let's not forget Brian's a dog with some serious animal instincts, which is something we never forget. Peter is frankly a complete doofus though, so when he sees his dog happily playing with one of his toys, you just know he's about to go all out to snatch it away.
Come on, Brian, you better let go.
I told you, this is mine. You're never gonna get it.
Nobody has to get hurt, Brian. Only one person has to get hurt, Brian.
Now you see, in this show, things tend to go from 0 to crazy in a matter of minutes. Peter was ready to pull out all the stops to get his hands on Brian's rope, and that dog wasn't giving it up without a fight. And you just know things are escalating to epic proportions.
My teeth! Oh, man, I'm real sorry about your mouth, Brian.
Watching poor Brian with his teeth totally wrecked is a mix of pain and shock in equal measures. It's one of those moments where you think, maybe the show's gone a tad too far? But let's get back to the real question here. What the heck happened to Brian's toy?
I don't know. But here, you can have this back. It's boring. It doesn't do anything.
And number 1, diving into the gold coins.
Oh my God! We won!
What?
Let me see that. We won the lottery! I'm getting a penis butler.
Sir?
All right, buttle my penis.
If there's one character on Family Guy who's a magnet for some seriously bizarre injuries,
It's got to be Peter.
the fearless and utterly careless way he struts around is practically an open invitation for trouble. And if he's this adept at getting himself hurt in everyday life, just picture the chaos that ensues when he strikes it rich.
I just bought a giant room full of gold coins, and I'm gonna dive into it like Scrooge McDuck.
The classic comedy trope of a family winning the lottery gave us one heck of an episode, and it left us with one of the funniest, most jaw-dropping, painful-to-watch injuries in the entire show. This all went down when our newly minted millionaire Peter decided to imitate Scrooge McDuck.
Ah! It's not a liquid!
Dudes, when a TV show explicitly tells you not to try this stuff at home, you better believe it. Or you might just end up in the same bizarre boat as our good old Peter. And trust me, an exposed fracture stings quite a bit more in real life.
Many pieces of solid matter that form a hard floor-like surface! Ah!
As always, thank you for watching, everybody. You're awesome, and you know it. Be sure to subscribe and like the video for more Family Guy content. If you're still feeling it, why don't you check out Family Guy 10 Times Stewie Got What He Deserved shown on your screen right now, because you know it's gonna be freaking awesome.